Hi, I'm Rita Wilkins, also known as the Downsizing Designer. Just a few thoughts today about the 10 most common design mistakes and how to prevent them. So during the last 15 to 20 years, design influencers and manufacturers have been extremely successful in marketing their own unique look. You know, when you think about Martha Stewart, Pottery Barn, West Elm, and all of those. But it's great to use those for inspiration, even to use a few of their items in their collection. But when you overuse them or copy them, you lose your own mark or your own statement. So one of the biggest mistakes is basically copying others. So make it your own signature look, be creative, incorporating some of their pieces, but also putting your own stamp on it. This is a great way to begin a room. The second one is overdoing it. We've all seen rooms where it's so overdone when you've tried too hard to put every imaginable design element into a room and where you've attempted to put too much into the space itself. And the results are that it's busy and it's overdone. So in most cases, less is more. Using fewer things to make a bigger impact. You can also choose to put more back into the room if you want. So the third mistake is choosing the wrong paint color. So if you're wondering what's wrong with a room that you've just completed, it's often just a small tweak in the paint color. If the color is too light, too dark, the wrong shade, the goal is to make it just right, kind of like the Goldilocks effect. So try various paint colors, sample them, and put them on board so that you can make sure you get the right color. And move the board around the room and look at the different color at different times of the day, because the lighting does make a tremendous impact on the way the color will look and in the end. Number 4 is insufficient white space. So leaving some white space is okay. It's actually desirable. So consider that an empty space or white space is actually another design element when it's used intentionally. People are often tempted to fill every single corner of the room, fill up every single wall. So try to hold back from doing that. You can always add back in the room if you choose to. And the next one is random furniture placement. A good furniture floor plan is essential, and it's also intentional. So depending on your lifestyle, every good room design has a purpose. So be intentional and have that plan and purpose for a room. Make sure that the room is working for you. And number 6 is not enough contrast. So contrast is intended to provide dimension in a room. And when you don't use contrast, everything blends in and it can look quite flat and quite boring. So even in a monochromatic color scheme, you can use lighter and darker shades of the same white, off-white. And because when you use contrast, you make the room more interesting, and those subtle changes are what makes it pop. And number 7 is the wrong scale for the size of the room. So too large, too small, a room can look distorted when pieces are out of scale. And when it's the right size, you're going to know it. So don't be afraid of using a few oversized pieces in a large open space. And that's what the room is calling for. It helps to fill the volume of that large space. Conversely, don't shy away from using smaller pieces in smaller rooms. You'll discover that the right scale is a perfect complement to a smaller room. And the last one is trying to achieve perfect symmetry. So trying to make a room look too perfect or too symmetrical is actually a design flaw. Even if you love symmetry, try offsetting one or two pieces, create a little asymmetry to make the room more interesting. So I hope this helps. Look forward to talking to you again.